So these are the first few steps of a 6 or 7 day backpacking trip. I'm gonna do the Brazeau loop. Night hiking 7.5 kilometers to Boulder Creek campground. Might stop at 4 Points tomorrow before heading to Brazeau Lake. Then after Brazeau Lake, we're gonna go to Jonas Cutoff, John. Then Jonas Cutoff, back to 4 Point, maybe Boulder Creek, and then back home. This is my seventh or eighth multi-day backpacking trip. But it's my first solo backpacking trip. So we'll see how bored I get, if I go insane being out here all by myself. It is early fall, so might not be a lot of other hikers out. Yeah, I'll tune back in when I'm either near or at camp. Night hiking to Boulder Creek. I think it's like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. or something like that. So, yeah. All right, so I believe this is the trail, which means I have about 5 kilometers to go. There's some cabin right there. Places for the horses. On I go into the forest. Alright, this is officially day 1 of Brazeau loop. I just hiked over Nigel Pass and I'm on my way down to 4 Points campground. And so far I've done 9.1 kilometers. Tune back in once I get to the camp. Look at that. Still on my way down. Just wanted to get some of this scenery here. So the Brazeau River is to my left, flowing the same direction, well, obviously, going downhill. Yeah. Lots of loose rock, you gotta be careful. Especially when you're alone. The big rock slide right there. So you can tell All of those rocks came from way up there. Ah, there's the trail. Wow. There's a huge ass waterfall up here. Wouldn't want to get sucked into that. Look at that. Just look at it. Wow. Would you just look at that? Just take a sec. Look at it. Look at that spot of sun hitting the mountain there. You're coming through there, maybe? Maybe there? What a beautiful hike. Look at that. Just left that waterfall area. Coming up on a bridge soon. I've got about 3 kilometers to go till I'm at 4 points. And then maybe I'll show you all the gear I brought. Or something like that. Build a fire. Probably cook a smoky or two. That'll be supper. That'll be breakfast and lunch tomorrow too. So pretty good. Here's that bridge. Still just barely see the waterfall at the end of the creek there. See that one rock that's rounder than the rest? It's about the size of a Volkswagen Bug. And the way they get that shape is by being rolled underneath the glacier. Pretty intense. I think I'm gonna go this way. It's a pretty insane water. It's a little bit silty, but it's got this crazy deep blue shade to it. Alright, so I made it to Boulder Creek campground. I'm just hiking through here. 4 Points is 3 kilometers down the trail from this guy. In case you're wondering what it's like here though. Find a vacant tent pad so you can see. Not a whole heck of a lot to look at down here. Pretty in the trees. I do have a 6th night booked at this campground here. So those are the pads. There's another one down that way, but that is a little more secluded. Like I was saying, I have a 6th night booked here, so I can possibly leave earlier so I don't have to drive as late into the night going home. And the cooking eating area. So that's what you get. I'm already up north if you're watching. I think you were here. Flying Trail Crew 94. Pretty sure you guys are through here. Oh, no, you weren't. You went in from a different trailhead. I was thinking you went in Nigel Pass, but now I remember you went in what is it? What, Teepee Falls or something? Trailhead? So, ways further east. But I'm coming up from the south side, so. Yeah. Very cool. I'll check in probably about another hour. If not, it's because I saw something cool and I want to get it on film. Basically, my strategy for this video is to just take a bunch of short video clips and then smash them together in chronological order. So it makes at least a little bit of sense. Just thought I'd get this crossing on film. This bridge is a little sketchy, and you'll see why in just a sec. I'm not sure if I even want to walk on that. Yep. There we go. That was a long one. Alright. Made it to 4 Point. I need to find a pad. Looks like nobody else is here yet. I think I'm gonna go. Might go back the way I came, because site number 7 was pretty secluded. I knew these ones are close to the picnic tables. Cozy number 5. I think I'll do this one. Really pretty nice area. I'll show you this. Show you a close up of the Brazeau River when I go to grab water. Nature calls. See how far this is. Weird to walk around without a backpack on, that's for sure. One of those, eh? One of those. Just like home. Alright, I got the tent set up. All my crap's in there. Now I'm going to collect firewood. Set up a tarp in case it rains again. It's been spinning a little bit. It started raining as soon as I got here, pretty much. Tiny bit. And then it's been spitting on and off since. So I'm gonna put ridge line between these two trees. And then my tarp just over top of the picnic table. How perfect is that gonna be? Some paracord. Guess I'll get the tarp strung up first and then grab some wood. Wow. That looks amazing. Just gonna put you down for a sec. Try and show you how to collect water. And then put the top back on. This is the eating area, so there's 3 picnic tables for like 8 campsites. I'm the only person here. Here's firewood I got cut up so far. And then so I guess I'll get a fire going here, cook up those smokies. A couple of them. Alright, so I got the food put away, and the locker's over there. One other camper did show up. Set up a hammock over there. Just gonna wait for this fire to burn down and then probably head her over to the tent. Call it a night. I was hoping to stay up late, but if it's gonna keep raining like this, I'll just go to bed. Morning of day 2. Just gonna eat the last smoky and cook some oatmeal. Then pack up and get moving. I think I'm gonna wait for the sun to come out and dry my tarp though, because it got a little frosty last night. Yeah, let me just brush that water off. Damn it. She was a cold one. Alright, so I'm finally back on the trail. Waited for the ice to melt and beat off most of the water. You definitely feel the extra weight from it not fully drying out, but not a big deal. Probably stop somewhere in the open and dry my tarp and rain fly. But not too bad for now. I got about 16 or so kilometers to go to get to Brazeau Lake. Just kicked my trekking pole. This is the junction here. I'm gonna come back this way. I'm going counterclockwise, so I'll go over Jonah's shoulder tomorrow, I think. And we're going to 16k to the river, and then it's just another couple more kilometers to the lake. So tune back in when I'm a bit closer. Maybe when I stop for a break. Looks like it'll be a nice day today. Not a cloud in the sky. Found this nice spot. Gonna ducked into the trees near Klein. Dry all my wet gear. Have a little snack. Having some of these energy cubes. Are nuts. I'm just about 4 kilometers away from the campsite now, which is pretty good because I've only been hiking for just over an hour. So able to keep up a pretty good pace because slightly downhill pretty much the whole way. This is what most of the trail is probably gonna look like. I don't think I'll have a whole lot of cover. That's why I always wear long sleeve shirts, so I don't have to worry about the sun as much. Really nice views the whole way here. Can't wait to get to Jonah's shoulder though, because that's supposed to be the second nicest place Marty up north has ever been to. So that's pretty cool. At least I think that's what he said in his last video when he was up there. I'll take a look at that cabin as well. Just 400 meters east instead of west after you cross the Brazeau on the way to the lake. I think, pretty sure. We'll see how well my memory works when I get there. Just another impromptu update. Looking back. Check out how blue this water is. Oh, there's a bridge coming up. So I think there's another crossing after this one. And that's when I should be able to hike up to that cabin. It's 400 meters off trail, I think, on the map. That's what I've heard. Some windfall. This is a cool bridge. It's another pretty long one. This river's pretty wide. Look how blue that is. No special effects, guys. No filter. This is all raw footage. And from what I can tell on my screen, it's pretty accurately represented. Yeah, I think I cross. Oh, no. Do I not cross? I don't know if I'm supposed to cross this or not. I'm gonna check the map. Wow, look at that. Okay, so I checked the map and I guess there's another bridge further down on the river. This one was built in '04, so maybe they don't want people using it anymore or something. Built another one, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. I cannot get over the color of this water. Usually the water is blue in the mountains, but this seems like more of a turquoise. Some more rapids up there. I've seen this sign before on some videos I've seen of this trail. Cool. Another little update. I'm about an hour from Brazeau River Campground, which means I'm about an hour and a half away from Brazeau Lake Campground. So once I'm at Brazeau River, I'll tune back in and we'll see if we can find that cabin. And I'm on the wrong trail. I gotta go. Here, I think. Maybe. Well, let's see if I can make a fool of myself. Gotta be another one. Oh yeah. That was a good one. Did you get that? Wish I could bring you guys closer to see those rapids down there. They're pretty intense. But there's also a pretty intense drop to get down there, so yeah, it's a no-go. Really cool though, there's this big crevice that's running down. That right there is probably about maybe a 6 to 10 foot drop. Yeah, that's what you can hear. Alright, so I made it to Brazeau River Campground. And this is that bridge I've been waiting for. It's a cool one. Doesn't that look sketchy or what? This is the Brazeau River here. That is some gnarly water movement. How fast it's going. Now over here should be a junction that I can take to check out that cabin. I believe it's this way. So should only be 400 meters. Check it out, and then go to the lake. Alright, so this is Brazeau Meadows Horse Camp. It's an electric fence protecting this puppy. Wonder what's in there. And there's spots to hang out. I don't think I'll have a fire here, but I will, however, take a break, have a little snack before heading to Brazeau Lake. Let's see what this sign says. We love signs. Bogdan Pass, Nigel Pass. Cool. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Alright, back to the main trail. And then back towards Brazeau. That was pretty cool. Thank God we have trail crews that come through here and clear all this up, because there's a lot of downed trees. I think a storm came through here about a month ago or so. Yeah, that would have been quite a bit of extra work to have to climb over all those fallen trees. Almost at the lake. This is the bridge I need to take back. This is a big one. Just take a look at the sheer volume of water here. Isn't that crazy? This river is probably 30 feet wide. It's just moving. John is tomorrow's night, and then we're going to Jonas Cutoff after that. I broke this trip up into pretty short days. I left myself 7 days to do what's 82 kilometers or so. So that's a lot of time. No camping here. You can camp in 500 meters. I'm stoked to see this lake. Look at that. So this is where it drains, obviously. This is actually a huge lake. It stretches on for, oh, I don't know, kilometers. What do we got here for view? That's not the whole lake. Not sure if we'll be able to actually see the entire lake from here, but we will definitely see the whole thing tomorrow. Because the way out of here, you cross that bridge we saw, and then you come up, and then over that like cliff face right there, basically, and then out that way. Out there. So, still not the whole lake. Actually, why not, right? maybe I'll maybe I'll go over all my gear while I'm ripping my backpack apart for you guys, and if anyone's interested, they know what I carried on this trip. If anyone knows what kind of bird feet that is one big bird. So yeah, the lake goes on for quite some time. Or I guess it goes on for quite some distance. So again, can't quite see the whole thing, but you get the idea. It's not a small alpine lake. These views are pretty nuts from here too. See all those mountains peeking over. Can't see that one too good because the sun was blocking it, but yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll go over all my gear here. Before I left, I weighed my pack, and it was almost 40 pounds exactly, and 13 pounds of that is food. So not an ultralight backpack, but gets the job done, I guess. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed little baby fish in the water. Look at that. Almost definitely some kind of trout, but obviously you can't tell what they are when they're this small. Look how many there is. There's a lot. I don't know how well you can see these, but there are a ton of little fish. Yeah, you can see some there for sure. It's probably like, I don't know, man, like 50 or so right here, maybe more. Yeah, so here's a closer look at my pack. I got the backpack itself on Amazon. First one I got, it is the Adventure 65 plus 10. It has these two 5-liter detachable side pockets. Bear bangers, silky saw, tent poles, tent, and then I put my rain pants and rain jacket on top, camp shoes, and then inside the top brain pocket I have my toiletries bag, and then inside here I have my clothes bag on top. I have one of these compression sacks, and then my food bag takes up most of the other space in the top. And then in the bottom here, that's where I keep all my sleeping stuff. So, and a tarp. I have this tarp as well. Pillow, inflatable air mattress, sleeping bag. And this is a pouch I keep a bunch of batteries and stuff in. So I do use the Thermarest as well as the inflatable ultralight, the sleeping pad. And this is a little bit of a warm bag for early fall camping. I just brought some extra clothes for insulation. So that's that. I do also carry bear spray and these mountain profile trekking poles. Pegs. Just a single 1 liter water bottle is fine for when you're always this close to water. Straight old timer knife. Also have a multi-tool, and that has a knife on it as well as some other stuff. And in this side pocket, I keep all my cooking and water supplies. So yeah, that's that. I'll set up my tent, let you have a look at it, and then chop up some firewood and get a fire going and have dinner. There she be in all her glory. So it's a 2-person tent, weighs about 4 pounds or so. It's a double wall tent, so it's for, I don't know, it's double wall. No water gets in. Just gonna put my sleep stuff inside the tent and then make a fire. Just gonna take one more video tonight. I think it's about, it's like 9 o'clock. Or, I don't know, I have to check the time. I can't while I'm recording, but it's starting to get dark, so I'm gonna take one more video. Maybe, probably. There's a lot of fish jumping in this lake. You probably can't see it on my camera, but they are everywhere. It was spitting a little bit of rain when I first got here, but now it looks like the sky's gonna be clear again. But I threw the tarp up again anyway. That's what she looks like. Got some rice cooking right now. Thinking about mixing these noodles with it, but we'll see how that turns out. Just in case you're wondering why I'm stirring this with a stick, is because I forgot my spork at home, I think. Can't find it. So I just carved my own. Got a little bit of firewood. Gonna cut up more. Little fire going. You probably can't see it, but yeah, my tent's just over there. This is probably my favorite campsite I've ever been to. Possibly. We got the outlet and the lake right there. You can see the moon tonight as well. The food storage area, cooking and eating area, all right here. And then there's tent pads maybe 20 yards up that way, away from the lake. I saw a little mouse run by not too long ago, so I put my food bag up on that stump so he couldn't chew through it. My water filter right there. A rag. This is the saw I use to cut all my wood. It's a Game Boy Silky saw. Yeah, I'm gonna chow down and then enjoy this fire and probably go to bed. Alright, so I just woke up. Had a really warm sleep last night, almost too warm. And I got this standing dead tree. It's right near my tent, so starting to cut it up right now. And I'm gonna have a fire this morning because I only have about 8 kilometers to go from Brazeau Lake to John. So I probably won't leave here till like early afternoon. Just take it easy. So, and after dinner, I mean breakfast, I think I'm gonna go for a walk around the lake. See what I can see on this side of the shore. And then, like I said yesterday, when the trail out of here goes right up there and then out that way, so we'll get another view of the lake later today. Also, there's those baby fish that you could see. Those they're probably like trout fry or something. But they come right up into the shallows here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they come right up into these rocks. And I'm able to scoop them up with my cooking pot. So maybe I'll scoop one up and show it to you guys. But I got one that was like maybe about like an inch long, and he started it seemed like he had like little stripes on him. So yeah, there's a lot like right there. But isn't that a nice lake? The water's always pretty calm in the mornings. Now I'm gonna get this fire going and then have breakfast and stuff. Just in case you're wondering how I have the tarp set up, because this tree is so far away from the rest of the area. I have a trucker's hitch right here, and a sheet bend right here. I can't get this. There it is. Sheet bend right there. Then about 25 foot of paracord to this tree with a quick release bowline loop thing. And then we got taut line hitches all the way around on this tree, that tree. This corner is pitched straight to the ground to obviously, oh shit, what is that? And that looks deadly. Fuck. And I have a trekking pole holding this edge up, and then another peg on the ground. Probably gonna leave a lot of this firewood here for the next guy. I got a bunch of kindling right there piled up. I left it underneath a tree, so hopefully it stays dry. Yeah, it's noon right now. I think I'm gonna have something else to eat probably, and then head out around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I only have 8 kilometers to go from here to John, so it'll only be like probably 2.5 hours of hiking, if that. Gonna take a walk around the lake for a bit, or in a bit, for a bit. Wind died down, so good time to take a walk. So I've made it about 300 meters from camp, and this is what you can see. Really not sure how good the lighting is. Something bubbling right here. Look at that. See those bubbles? Probably natural gas. I'm not sure how well that's coming. Look at that. Look at all those bubbles. I'm guessing that's probably like, I don't know, gas or something. Natural gas, maybe. So I looked on the map, and it seems like this lake is about 5 kilometers in length and maybe 500 meters or so in width. There's tons and tons of fish in this lake. I can see a little baby fish all over the place. So maybe one day in the future I'll get a permit and fish this lake. A bit of a drop off right here. Ooh, ground's a little soft there. Yeah, I'm gonna skirt this shoreline for a while. I kind of want to see if I can get to the inlet, but that's a little ways. Not sure if I want to do 5 kilometers just to see the inlet, but I don't know. It's nice to leave the pack behind and just go for a walk, though. without all that weight. Can move a lot more nimbly. Oh yeah. Opens up quite a bit over here. Hear that? Do you hear that? The ground's like bubbling. Woo! Wow, that echo is crazy. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Eh? How about that? Yeah, that one's pretty good. Guys, there's like a 4 or 5 second delay, like for the echo thing. I don't know if you can hear it. Damn, after every little corner, it just opens up again. And there's like more stuff to look at. Like in the distance there, you can see snow caps. It's pretty late in the year for there to be snow anywhere under like 3,000 meters or so. There's so many fish fry. I don't know if you can see these. Hundreds and hundreds of them. All along the shore. I gotta pay attention to where I step. I'm not sure if I mentioned my footwear at all, but right now I'm wearing Ultra Lone Peak 4s. I had Solomon Speedcross 4s, but the tread design wasn't very strong and they kind of squished my toes. So I switched to the Lone Peaks and there's a lot more toe room. And the tread seems to be a little more robust. Oh, there's a good skipping rock. Tell me you guys saw that. Check that out. Probably get at least 10 skips out of that. I think there's more gas bubbling up right there. 6. Was not the smoothest rock. Blame the rock, right? Check that one out. This one's pretty smooth. I got like 15 on that one. Yeah, this is a nice lake. Oh, it's a nice day out. The forecast said, well, it might be different now, but when I checked the forecast on the 3rd, which was, I don't know what day it was, September 3rd, I checked the forecast, and I might get a millimeter of rain today. So, I'm not worried about that at all. And judging by the way the sky's looking at the moment and the amount of wind and stuff, I don't think I'm gonna get rain today. Maybe later, but not till the sun sets. Not sure how much further I'm gonna walk before turning around and heading back. Maybe 3 kilometers down. Maybe like to that point over there. Maybe I'll be able to see the inlet, but it's doubtful. I gotta say, this is a pretty nice shoreline to walk down. Pretty flat. So I made it to that point and didn't really open up like I thought it would, but no big deal. So now I'm headed back. Just a nice middle of the day stroll. Weather is so calm. There was one small portion of the trail that ducked into the trees. Thinking about having maybe a pepperoni wrapped in a tortilla when I get back. Maybe some elk or big deer, possibly. A lot of deer and elk tracks, but I have yet to see one. I think I saw some bear tracks yesterday, but they were obviously pretty old. It's hard to tell if they were even bear tracks or if they were just big horseshoes. So I'm about 2.5 kilometers from my camp. Been hiking for about half hour. Just up the shoreline. It's good to stretch your legs on these longer trips. It's good to set your pack down and stretch and just move around without all that weight on your back for a bit. Now I feel like hiking to John. Not so groggy anymore. Ooh, that's a good skipping rock right there. Let's see what I can do. Dang, that sun really interferes. Maybe a dozen skips or so. This is a lot more fun when you're in the middle of nowhere. Oh, shit. Oh, well. You know, sometimes you just see that one rock and it's like, that's a good skipping rock. And you gotta stop and pick it up and try and skip it. Look at that one. Eight. If that one was smoother, it would have been perfect because it was so round. I think this is where the trail ducks into the trees for a sec. It just gets a little steep over here. So it's not even really a trail, it's just a beaten path. Yeah, here it is. Can barely even see it. Just getting ready to head out now. It's almost 3 o'clock, but I should be able to get to John in between 2 and 3 hours. So yeah, just got a couple more things to put in my bag, and then put some water on this, and then I'll be out of here. Alright, I'm back at this bridge and headed to John campground. Jonas cutoff is tomorrow night. I think they built this bridge for horses. That's why it's so thick. One more look at that. A lot of flow. A lot of flow. Earlier in the video, I think I was calling that creek. I was calling that creek Brazeau River, but it's not. That's Brazeau River. I can't remember what that creek I was following is called though. But yeah, wrong on that one. So this will be nice. I get to take my time. It's a little bit of a climb, but not really. The real climb is tomorrow. So, there's Brazeau Lake. You can see pretty much the whole thing between the trees. Oh shit, there's a little squirrel in that tree looking right at us. You see him? See the little squirrel? Yeah. What are you doing, buddy? Oh. What? What do you want? What? 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 Me? Me? Me, 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 me. Hello. What were we talking about again? Ooh, squirrel. What? What? Me. Me. Good talk, little buddy. I'm gonna go on my way now. Check that out. That is a mushroom about probably 10 inches across, if not 12. It's a size 9 trail runner right there. Pretty big. So the trail was kind of uphill for a bit, but it's kind of chilled out for now though. I will do a little more uphill when I get closer to John, but it's pretty flat for a while. Look at this cute little guy. He found a mushroom. He's eating it. That looks yummy. I wish I knew which mushroom you could eat. You're smarter than me. Isn't he cute? Look at him. Ooh. I am just a little bit off trail. I saw this little pond down here and wanted to check it out. It's really cool. May have found my first bear track right here. They go back towards me, coming this way. That's the direction they're going. They look pretty old. So claws facing me. Probably. I think that's what that is. A lot of animal tracks around this. I also kind of wanted to see if there would be fish in a pond this small. Almost called it a lake. I'd say this is probably more like a pond. From what I can tell, there's no fish. I can see like tiny bugs and stuff crawling around in there though. There's some gas coming up in the middle of it. Something I noticed in lakes like this up here in the Alpines is a lot of times they bubble up methane and natural gas and stuff. In the winter time, it makes little gas pockets that freeze in the ice, and you can poke holes in the gas pockets and light them up. So this lake here is probably only about, pond, not lake, it's probably only about 50 feet across. Looks like it goes down a decent ways, but it's probably just not connected to anything. That's why there's no fish. Here's something that's pretty interesting. That mound is actually a piece of sandstone that must have come barreling down here from that mountain there, and it sat there for thousands of years and slowly weathers away into a pile of sand. Wow. So these mountains we're looking at right here are on the far side of Brazeau Lake. That's where we just were, at the base of that mountain there. Now we're gonna eventually hike up between those mountains and camp over there. For the time being though, I think I'm gonna take a little break here. I'm a tiny bit hungry, so I think I'll just have some beef jerky or something and then continue on. I'm not gonna boil water or anything right now. Enjoy the scenery, take it in, then continue. So this might be the last view of Brazeau Lake. At some point the trail is gonna duck into the trees and we won't see it again. Well, maybe from higher up. Look at that. There's a helicopter flying over the lake right now. I'm not sure why. So I should be getting really close to John now. I can definitely tell that my pack is lighter than it was when I started. Shoulders and hips are not nearly as sore as they were yesterday. It's crazy how much just a couple of days worth of food makes a difference. I'll check back in when I get to camp. Pretty much right smack between those mountains I was pointing at earlier today. So finally made it to John. This campsite has 2 fire pits, 2 tables. Well, 1.5 tables. This one is a little worse for the wear. Flying Trail Crew, 97. So this was built in 97. But this one was built in 94 and it looks better. I don't get it. Maybe it's been restored. Well, I guess this one is a little rotten, but anyway, so that's the eating area. Privy is that over that way. Campsites 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all pretty close together up here. And that's the food hang storage area. Yeah, there's number 2. Number 3 is back there. There's number 1. I'll probably take it just because it's the closest. Gotta look for some firewood. There's a little bit here, but gonna need more than that. We get a fire going. Maybe, well, first I'll pitch my tent, and then I'll get the fire situated. It's just after 8 o'clock right now. Starts to get dark at about 9. Just a little walk around the campsite tonight. So that's the way I came from. And then this is where I'm going tomorrow. Jonas cut off. So there's a lot of climbing to do tomorrow and the next day. So the day after tomorrow, when I get to Jonas cut off, I'm going over, I think it's Jonas shoulder. Or something. I don't know. I gotta check, but pretty good water supply. The way the sun's hitting that. Yeah, that looks good, eh? I am the only one here tonight, it looks like. I got a nice wood supply. Bucked up probably a 20-foot tree. There's the tinder pile I left over here. So a lot of kindling for future hikers that come through. You can have away at that. Might not even burn all those logs. I left quite a few logs at the last campsite for other people to burn. I actually chose a different tent pad. I didn't go for number 1. I went for number 4, which is down here. There's my tent. So that's the number 4 spot. It looks like somebody put all these rocks around this little area, so no one steps on this poor couple of trees. Pretty neat. A lot of squirrels around here. There's a few more standing trees. Quite a few more standing dead trees over there. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably 8 small enough that you could buck up with a little soil like I did. No, there's a few more right there I didn't even see before. There's a lot of firewood here. I don't think a lot of people stop at this campsite because it's so close between the two. I mean, you can do the Brazeau loop in like 4 days if you really wanted to put down a lot of miles every day, but like that's not what I'm doing. Just taking it easy. Like I only did 8 kilometers today, and I only have 8 to do tomorrow. But the day after tomorrow, I have to do 18 kilometers back to 4 Point. And then I might stop at Boulder Creek as well. Like between 4 Point and Nigel Pass Trailhead. So we'll see. See what I do. Good morning on day 4. Woke up at about 9. Another good sleep. And yeah, it wasn't too cold. Got all my stuff spread out here. Gonna have a coffee and maybe a Cliff Bar or 2. I already got my tent and everything packed up. I just need to, deal with everything out here. I was gonna put my shirt on this morning, and then I kind of realized that there's some like sweat, salt buildup. So I went to the stream and rinsed it off the best I could. Should be better now. Look how much paracord I have left. Just enough room to tie a taut line. And I got water over there. Hanging from the tree. So I'm not in a big rush. Only 8 more kilometers to go today, but quite a bit more elevation. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, I guess. Pretty excited to get up to Jonah's shoulder, but That's not till the next day, I think. It did have a small fire going, but kind of went out. Maybe it'll relight. Oh yeah. Got ash all over my phone there. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Nice campsite. You know, you can see that mountain and that mountain. That sun is pretty bright, huh? Looks like we're gonna have another nice day today. I keep saying that, but I know I'm gonna be wrong one of these times. One thing about the weather out here is like it's very unpredictable. It can be super nice like this 1 second, or I guess 1 minute. And then next thing you know, there's a big ass storm cloud rolling in over a mountain that you could not see before. So that's how it works. But I got my ponchos, I got my rain pants, so if shit hits the fan, I'm hiking on. I don't really want to. I'm just having this fire for fun. Think that'll light itself without me blowing on it? I don't know. Smoking pretty good. Oop. Will it light? That is the question. So I just checked the map and yeah, the real climb is tomorrow. Today, there's a 200-meter climb like right at the beginning, within the first like kilometer or so. And then as you get closer to Jonas Cutoff, it goes 100 meters down to 2100. Right now I'm at 2000. And then when I get up to Jonas Shoulder, I'll be somewhere around like 2250 or so for like a while. and then it drops back off. And that's when I'll be back at 4 Point. I don't know if maybe I'll just take a break at 4 Point and then head down to Boulder Creek so I can leave one day early, but we'll see how I'm feeling and like what time I get to 4 Points at. So that's still up in the air, but we'll see. Just wanted to clarify that. Alright, so I'm back on the trail now. Maybe gone 200 to 300 meters so far. Not a lot. Just thought I'd get some of this. It's about 1 o'clock. I'll make it to Jonas Cutoff probably by, I want to say 4. Wow, this is really loose ground. Partly cloudy. I think the weather forecast said it was gonna rain today, but I still don't believe it. Maybe in the evening or overnight. Big rock slide right here. So I'm about 2 kilometers from the campsite now. And kind of right at that point in the elevation where there's not really any more like dense forest. I guess the air is just too thin up here or something. Weather's too extreme maybe, I don't know. Combination of both. Some pretty sweet views up here, that's for sure. I unzipped my pants. Rolled up the sleeves. Try not to push myself too hard. So far throughout the trip, I've maintained a 4 km/h pace though, so trying not to screw that up. See a couple of streams flowing over the hill right there. You know, it's almost like a surreal place when you're this high up in the mountains. Just increasingly less and less vegetation, more rocks, less water. Crazy weather. Definitely don't come to a place like this unprepared. It can snow in the middle of the summer. Ogden Pass, 2,300 meters. I got a little ways down to go now to Jonas Cutoff. Woo! Just skinned my ankle on a rock. I can feel the odd water droplet. It's just partially cloudy. When you're this high up, the clouds, they just drop moisture. Even if they don't look like storm clouds, it can start, fog can roll in, or little tiny little, like, not even rain, like more of a mist starts hitting you. Look at that view. I think I see a nice spot to take a break up there. I think I'm a little over halfway to the. I'm a little over halfway to Jonas Cutoff. I know I got some nasty downhill to do soon. Take a breather before that happens. The rain picked up just a tiny bit before letting off. Couldn't hardly even call it rain. Just a little spatter. What is this? Huh. Anyone can tell me what that is. It looks like a pulley. To do what? So the trail goes, yeah, it starts going down pretty hardcore right there. So I'm just gonna take a little detour. Go up that little bit of scree there. Park my butt on top of this tiny little hill or whatever you want to call it. And look at the valley. Because that's what this is all about, isn't it, folks? Do a little mini scramble, huh? Yeah, that's steep. I'm not the first person to want to do this. I can see footprints. Maybe I'll set up a windbreak. That's a good view. I don't know if you can see the trail way down there. So right now it's about 6:30 in the evening. I just had dinner and I am hiking out of Jonas Cutoff right now. Gonna do still a little bit of an exploration. Stretch out the legs a little bit without the pack. That little creek that runs next to the campsite. Pretty spectacular views. I know the lighting sucks for video right now, but I'm gonna do what I can. So this is the turn we take towards Jonas Shoulder and then 4 Points. So tomorrow I have a 20-kilometer day. So I'm gonna try and shut her down a little earlier tonight. Nice little bridge. little breezy out here. So this area here is sort of a junction. You can actually, there's another trailhead that way, and I am going that way back to Nigel Pass, but there's another trailhead that comes up this way called, I believe it's like a waterfall trailhead, I don't know, but there's a waterfalls campground over that way. So that's another way you can do this loop. That's the way I came in from here. And then take a left. I came from John. Yeah, and Jonas cut off. It's just 200 meters up this little area. Over this creek here, and then up the hill a ways, and that's where Jonas Cut Off campground is. So that's the trail you take to Jonas Cut Off, and this is the trail I'm taking in the morning to back to 4 Points over Jonas' shoulder. Look at this. That is cool. Wanted to see if there was another way into the camp. It looks like that's it. I'm gonna keep going up here and see if you get out of the trees right away or not. So I'll check back in with you in a minute. Alright, so I've made it about half a kilometer from the campsite, And it seems like the trees probably continue on for another, I'm gonna say at least a few hundred more meters before it's exposed again. Now I'm just gonna stop here because it's pretty steep. I mean, you can see our campsite right there, and the trail pretty much just goes straight up this. And I'm off the trail, like to the right a bit, probably only like 20 meters or so. And I found this cool spot just to chillax for a bit, drink some water, wind down, maybe watch the sun go behind the mountains. I don't know. I do have bear spray and also bangers, just in case. You know? Just in case. But that is a beautiful view. The waterfalls trailhead is that way. It's past, it's like to the left a bit, over there, way over there. Yeah. Super nice scenery everywhere. There's actually 2 other hikers staying at this campsite with me, so I am not alone tonight. He's actually outside right now. I don't know if you can see him, but he's in blue. So shout out to that guy. They booked 2 nights at Jonas Cutoff. Yeah. That breeze feels real good. Yeah, so I'm going to sit down and check back in with you when I head back. Alright, so I'm headed back to the trail now. Wind started to pick up a little bit, and I don't know, the sky doesn't look the greatest anyway, so what's the point? So as you can see, the trees are starting to thin out here. Yeah, just a little further. So I'll say about 500 meters from the camp, and we're exposed. So now I'm hiking back. Look out for those gophers, eh? Those gopher holes. They'll get you. Alright, so I am back at camp. This is what these sites looks like. There's the creek. Super duper clean water. Eh? Oh yeah. You know what I mean? That rock is slippery. Good thing I got cat-like reflexes. Step on the dry rocks. Yes. Oh, there's again a little skipper. Oh. I hit the rock. Yeah, skipped it once. Alright, I'm gonna go for that lower tier. Yup, skipped it. Oh, this is fun. You know, when you're not allowed campfires, there's always skipping rocks. You see that one skip? Watch this one. I'm gonna go for the upper to lower skip transfer. Ready? Oh shit. That was a good rock too. And I had to miss my target. Hey, I did that technically was a success, even though the rock broke apart. Some good skipping rocks. Good skipping rocks here. Oh! I got the upper skip, but not the lower skip. I'll start reaching into the stream for the gems, huh? Yeah, oh. Not enough spin. This one's almost heart-shaped. Alright, double skip, upper to lower, stream, transfer. Fuck. Oh well, I give up. Might not be possible with the, the height difference. Because I was trying to skip it from there to there, and get 2 skips out of it. But it seems like I can only get the upper one, but maybe I'll try a couple more times. Alright. Damn, I keep hitting that rock. It went into that tree. Now I'm just hucking them. Upstream. Just breaking them is fun too. Maybe I'll cross this. Go up more. Alright, so I'm just up a little bit further on the stream now. I got to this spot where it splits into two and then reconnects. And I'm not gonna go any further. I was thinking there might be like some cool waterfall or something, but nah. But yeah, there's like this little mini island, and the water goes left and right, and then just a few steps, and it joins back up with itself. You can see my tent right there. I think Buddy's tent is like in that area. There's a couple staying here with me. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Got some apple crisp, French vanilla. Might have some noodles as well this morning. It's about 10 o'clock. I got some rain last night, so I'm gonna let the tent dry a little bit. The sun just started peeking over the trees, so shouldn't be too much longer. Should be about a 5-hour hike to 4 Points, so I have till about noon to get out of here. It should give me lots of time. That's not something you like to see blowing over top of you. When you have a 2,400 meter pass to climb over. Well, it's not really a pass. It's a shoulder. It's a ridge. Please don't rain. The forecast last Wednesday said there's a 70% chance of 10 mils of rain today. It did rain last night, so hopefully that was the 10 mils. Hopefully this is not the rain we're supposed to get today. I guess we'll see. Check out how cool that looks. There's a cloud working its way down a mountain over there. That was some good apple crisp. Highly recommend it. I got some pepperoni to cook later today. I would have cooked it last night, but you're not allowed fires here, so yeah. I'm gonna do the dishes. Alright, so it's about 11:30. Got all my stuff packed up. So the trail is pretty steep for the first 3 to 4 kilometers or so, and then it levels off at around 2,200 meters. The highest point I'll probably get to is 2,400 or 2,500 meters. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do much exploring up on the shoulder. That nasty cloud looks like it's gonna blow over. I'm really hoping I don't get rain, but there's more blue excuse me. There's more blue sky blowing over top of the mountain here, so it does look a little worse. I guess that would be north or south? I don't know. It looks a bit worse over there. I think I'm on the good side of it. So anyway, I got all my stuff packed up here. My tent's not fully dry, so it'll be a little bit extra weight, but I'm not too worried about it because about half my food is gone. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm just about at the same spot I ran up to yesterday. Looks a little different today. Different light. All the little things like this are what I find super cool and interesting. Look at that. Who wouldn't want that in their yard, huh? So that couple that stayed with me at the campsite tonight, they're up here on the shoulder somewhere, which isn't for another couple kilometers, but just wanted to capture this cool little stream on video. A little animal just ran away. There's all kinds of little burrows here, huh? Like mice or whatever live here, probably. Like little gophers or something, chipmunks. I don't know. But yeah, how cool is that? Trees are starting to thin out already. It's pretty overcast, but I mean nothing bad looks close. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope I don't get shit on when I'm going over the shoulder. Because as far as I understand, you're pretty exposed for a long time. Some of the plants are already turning yellow and orange. It is officially fall. It is September, I don't know, like 7th or something. This is day 5 on the Brazeau loop. I'll check back in a minute. Check out how low those clouds are hanging over there. Actually, I'm going to switch camera modes so I can zoom in. Look at that. Right there. They're hanging right down in the valley. Look at this little stream again. Wonder if this is the same one. Could be. Might be. Headwaters of the stream that went past my campsite. So that's blowing over for sure. But we got some new clouds coming in over the mountain here, so we'll see. So I made it pretty far up the valley so far. Came across another cool little water feature. It looks like these clouds rolling over now are pretty broken up. I don't think if it does rain, shouldn't be a lot. Not too much longer to go, just over this little part here, I think, and then should be pretty level and then start to go down. Alright, so it looks like I'm nearing the shoulder now. Just gotta do a little switch back to the top, I think. Look at the view looking back. So our campsite was way down just before that cloud right there. Down this valley up here. Look at this. I don't know how good the lighting is. I can't see the screen too well. So I made it up that first little, well, I don't want to call it a scramble, but, and look at this. I gotta go right there. I guess that's Jonah's shoulder. That's not what I'm on. Should have paid more close attention to the map, or I would have known that, but I'm just sending it. Oh fuck. That's a climb. On I go. Alright, so my current elevation is 2,400 meters. And that's another 100 or so. These things are pretty awesome. They jack you right up. You gotta remember to drink water when you ingest caffeine though, or you'll just burn out. Oh man. When you're looking up, at least from my perspective, it's almost like a dizzying, like, makes me just want to, I don't know, it's hard to, like, I can't comprehend, like, the height of that. I don't know. I can't wait to check out the views from the other side, though. It's gonna be so cool. So cool. Little stream right here. I thought about stopping before the climb for like some noodles or something, but I had a granola bar. Still got lots of water, so should be good. Really hope the weather stays exactly like this the whole time. Just overcast, no rain. That's the best hiking weather. Because you got the shade without the, you know, because I don't got trees for shade right now. But if it was like yesterday or the day before where it was really sunny, I was on my way to John, sweating my bag off, and I wasn't even really climbing that much. Just so sunny. But today we got clouds, we got a breeze, and we got a ridge line to cross over. So, you know, that's all right as long as it doesn't rain. All right, I'm here. 2,450 meters. Meters. So that's the way I came. You can see trail. Oh shit. And that's the other side. Crazy. I don't know where my trail is. I'm gonna stop for a break up here. Goes off that away. I can see the beginning of it. Wow. Wow, holy shit. Look at this. Look at that. Look at it. There's a little lake right there. I have to go that way. I know that. I'm gonna go up here. This is pretty nuts, guys. Mountains over there are just shrouded in clouds. So, I'm not sure where that couple would have went. I think I can see more of my trail, like there. Then it goes a bit to the right of that mountain. And these clouds look super ominous. Super neat. Right, I'm not going to stick around up here any longer, given the state of this sky. And I want to be in an area where I can set up my tarp or my tent if I have to. Can't really do that up here. So I'm going to begin my descent. And yeah, if it starts raining or something, I'm just gonna make a quick shelter because I'm not a huge fan of hypothermia, or at least the idea of it. It's not something I want to experience. Look how cool this is, the way this is eroding. Yeah, on the other side of the shoulder there, man, that is steep. That is a very, very steep drop. If you were to lose your footing and start to tumble, I highly doubt you'd be able to stop yourself. Such amazing scenery here. Like, this is the nicest place I've been to date, for sure. Definitely. I don't really want to shut the camera off up here. I'm running a little low on my battery bank. I got like maybe 25% left, so that's about a charge and a bit. But I should be good because my phone's at 100 or 80 now, but should be good until I get back to my car. Starting to forget what it's like being being one with civilization. You know, it's hard to keep track of time and what day it is. I like figured out that it's day 5, but I really had to think about it. Look how crazy this looks. I'm surprised there's no snow up here, honestly. I was sort of expecting it, but it's just not the right spot. Maybe this area probably gets too much sun because it's sort of orientated north-south, so it gets sun all day. Unlike some of these places up here that are a bit shaded. There's a lot of rodents hang out up here. Super cool. You know, being out here alone, isolated from, you know, like data connection and stuff, you know, it doesn't really bother me. The only thing that really bothers me is that, you know, obviously, you know, there's the risk factor where, like, if I were to do something silly and injure myself, no one's really there to immediately assist me. But this trail is heavily trafficked enough where, I mean, I have people behind me that are going to be one day behind me, and probably other people, rolled on a rock there, probably other people that are going to be coming my way. So that's not the biggest problem. You know, people at home worrying about me and missing me is a bigger burden on my conscience than anything else. I don't like how the trail gets so narrow sometimes. It's easy to kick yourself and trip up. I really want to go to that lake, but it's so far out of the way. But man, would that be cool. And like, that's sort of an example of something I would feel better about doing if I had company with me. Because obviously every hiker doesn't go, you know, 3 to 5 kilometers out of the way just to visit a lake. Might not even be a trail going up there. I can't see an obvious path. I like how high up we stay for like a while. It's cool. So I'm seeing a few areas where I could make a shelter if I had to. So that's good. I'm glad I have that tarp. Came in handy already a couple of times, so I could sit outside in the rain and still enjoy my fire. You know, it's moments like this where I kind of wish I had a DSLR so I could properly zoom in on all of those mountaintops, poking through a low-hanging cloud. You can see that's where I came from. You can see the trail. Very cool. I don't know if you can tell, but this big mountain right here in front of us is purple. Well, most of it is. Some kind of mineral. Those clouds are just covering the valley like a blanket. I'm trying to decide if they're coming towards me or not. I think they are. Still no rain. Just hiking along. Keeping a real good pace going down this slope. I'm going like 5 kilometers an hour. Of course, still being careful. Almost level with that lake. It's pretty high up. I'm still at about 2,300 meters or so. So my GPS said that on Jonah's shoulder I was like 2,900 2,500 meters, not 2,450. Like, I don't know. Yeah, 2,900 would be quite a bit higher than I was, but I'm pretty much in front of that mountain now, the one that you're looking at. The shoulder is, I think it's right there. That's where I came over. And I've been gradually losing altitude. Still a ways to go till we're back in the green though. You know, there's odd patches of small alpine trees here. Like a tree this size, maybe, you know, it's only maybe 4 feet tall, but that tree could be 30 plus years old. It takes so long for trees to grow up here. The trail continues down. I think I can see the trail right there. It's just a little sliver. There's a big rock slide. Big rock slide happened here probably quite a while ago. Beautiful day for hiking so far. I mean, those clouds hanging low in the valley, if I was in that, it would be like little ice crystals. So I really hope that doesn't blow over me. It seems like the wind is coming toward me, if anything, but that could change. Sorry, this video is probably super shaky. I'm just holding my phone in my hand. I don't have a GoPro or anything. Nino. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, the trail continues down past the rock slide and then left up. Or is it up? Yeah, it's up the valley. Because I believe that stream there is flowing towards me. But I could be wrong. I can't really tell from here. Alright. So I'm about 10 kilometers away from 4 Points. This is a really cool hike, guys. That's where I came from. Over that rock pile a ways. So that means I'm about 10 kilometers away from John as well. Today is a 20-kilometer day. So I'm about halfway. I'm feeling pretty good. I did stop for some beef jerky and another granola bar. I guess that was my lunch. There's some really cool stuff to look at up here. That's a glacier, I think. Those are glaciers up there. They're not too far from where I am. There's a little bit of water runoff here. Really, really cool. Very cool. Big cliffside over here. Mountains all around. So I got about 3 hours, give or take, of hiking to do left. So I should be at camp by like 5-ish. So that's alright. So still up here at about 2,300 meters. Came across this little dry pond bed. Some kind of tracks running through it. I want to see what they are. It's so cool. What are you? What is that? I don't know. Is that are those boots? They're too spread out to be from a person. Oh, I think they're moose. I think they're moose tracks. Would there be a moose up here? Look at that though. That looks moosey. These don't look as moosey. I don't know, maybe. Cause like, but that's not a boot. Definitely not a boot. They don't look like bear. They don't look like bear tracks. Should be careful on this, shouldn't I? Those look like old boot prints. They're the correct spacing and everything. Okay, I'm gonna get off of this not 100% solid ground. And what are these? Are those people tracks? Huh. Don't know. There is an area of this pond that still has water. See, these look like friggin' like elk or something, right? There's 2 elk tracks right there, I think. They look like deer but bigger. Why would a moose be up here? Is there good grazing? I don't know. So this area still has a bit of water. Right there. Wonder if there's any fish trying to survive up here. That would be cool. There's a bit of gas bubbling up here. I wonder if some of these lakes are toxic because of gas. Look, those tracks, they continue. There's 2 sets. There's some kind of animal. One's bigger, one's smaller. So maybe like a mother moose and a younger moose, or 2 elk or something. I don't know. Definitely not bear though, for sure. Some kind of other animal with hooves. I think I saw kitty tracks back there, but I did not get those on film. Look, another dry bed. I don't want to call it it's not a lake bed. It's not a river bed. Pond bed. Dry pond bed. Those tracks look pretty freaking fresh. So I might come across those animals. Just hope it's not a mother and a kid. I'll have to pull out the bangers or something. Still another like 8 kilometers or so to the campsite. Well, look what I just came across. Right when I was wondering if, what are these elk horns? Right when I was wondering if elk would come up this far, Look, these ones have been chewed, looks like. I find these antlers, so that's cool. Nice. Neat little antlers. I haven't seen the live couple elk up here yet. Oh, geez. I'm so lucky the weather's holding out on me right now. Because I've been so freaking exposed for like, I don't know, like the last 8 kilometers. The last like 6K. I've been completely out in the open. No cover whatsoever. Of course I have a tarp. If I needed to set it up, I could. Just not really, not my style, you know? Not what I'm into. Setting up a tarp in the middle of a storm. It's better when that happens after you get to camp. Because then, you know, you don't have to pick it up and carry it back. I don't know. Bleh. So, as far as I'm concerned, that tree line is where I'm headed, and then camp is not far from there, I think. I just have to, like there's this mountain range, I think I have to get to the end of it, and then take a little bit of a right or a straight. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. It does seem like these clouds are not gonna start raining on me. It's not very windy. You know, the sun is out shining down on them, keeping them up in the air. I don't know how weather works. But it seems like if there is clouds, it's more likely to rain after the sun sets. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think. How cool is that? Yeah. Flows down, joins up with the main stream. Still got about 7 kilometers to go. The clouds are looking a little bit sketchy. Still no rain yet though. Alright, so I'm about 200 meters to the right of the trail. Spotted this pretty cool waterfall here. Decided to take a break and have some food. I'm getting really hungry, so before putting in the last hour and a half's worth of hiking, I'll have something to eat. So yeah. Man, these clouds. Oh boy. That looks like a wet one. But it's not so much blowing towards me as it is blowing beside me. Oh God. Don't rain. Alright, so that's where the waterfall was. Right around that corner. Pretty big stream to cross, but I found a good spot to do it at. Just going back to the trail now. looks like that cloud over there is, it blew over me. It's back there. It's a bit further behind me now. And the weather's looking pretty up this second. Nice day for a hike so far. Alright, so just getting back into the trees now. It's almost 5 o'clock. Or actually, yeah, so it is 5 o'clock. I am 4 kilometers from 4 Point campground, so it should take me 1 hour to get there. So I'll have about 3 hours of light to set up camp, eat, cut up a bunch of wood, and light a fire. Maybe I'll eat after I light the fire, because I want to have the rest of my pepperoni tonight, and I like to give that a little roast before I eat it. Still no rain, thank God. I'm gonna put my tarp up as soon as I get to camp, I think, because these clouds just look so sketchy. I'm almost certain it's gonna rain tonight. If I was a betting man, I would say, yeah, it's gonna rain tonight. You can see these leaves are already starting to turn yellow. I can hear some rapids to my left, or maybe a little waterfall. I really hate how horses leave these like 8-inch wide frickin' foot deep grooves in the ground. I'm constantly like kicking my ankles and just kicking I'll kick the side of the trail by accident, and then I'll like trip over my own foot. Oh, it sucks. But something you gotta deal with out here, I suppose. Friggin' equestrians. I can't believe horses come up here. It's crazy. Like, the terrain that they have to get through is, oh man. I was gonna say I would hate to be one of those horses, but I'd love to be one of those horses. Just ripping through these trails every so often. I don't know how often you could take a horse like that out, maybe. I don't know. Give him a break, you know? Absolutely no sun today. Just clouds. Not the worst thing in the world though. Alright, I'll tune back in when there's something cooler to look at than trees and clouds. Well, I guess there's this. The stream is down that way, I can hear it. This is probably the 4th or 5th crossing like this. There's just barely rocks to step on, and you gotta kind of navigate your way. I mean, unless you don't care about getting your feet wet. If it was sunny out, I would get my feet wet. A couple days ago, you know, I was walking through water to cool down. Alright, it just started raining a tiny bit, so I put my pack cover on and put my rain jacket on, and now I'm hauling ass to camp. Should only be about 3 kilometers away now, if that. Hear that? Just raining a little bit, but it could pick up at any second, so I'm trying to go. Another one! Look at that! So that one was sketchy. Wasn't that waterfall nice though? Alright. I am down off the mountain. It is not raining, which is awesome. And I see a sign. Let's see what the sign says. 4.100 meters. Camp Parker, 14 kilometers. Where is Camp Parker? We just came from Jonas Cutoff and Jonas Shoulder. Yeah. Jonas Pass. Was that a pass? Yeah, I guess it was. Camp Parker. I do not recall that name. I didn't even know there was 14 kilometers of trail left. I thought, well, there's Boulder Creek, which is 7 kilometers from the trailhead, I believe. And then 4 Point is 3 kilometers past that. So I got about a 10-kilometer day tomorrow if I want to make it all the way back, which I sort of do. But at the same time, I sort of don't. Decisions. Whew. I don't know. Should I just go straight to Boulder Creek tonight? I don't have a night there reserved today. Alright. I'm gonna get some shit taken care of. There's a tent right there. Alright, it is about 9:15 in the morning. Just left 4 Points. I got up at about 6 this morning and then kind of procrastinated under my tarp, hoping the rain would stop. Of course it didn't. So I threw on all my rain gear and my poncho, and I'm going to attempt to hike over Nigel Pass while it's raining. I'll probably be up in the clouds. Oh, I almost already am. So, see how that goes. Look how low that cloud is. That's cool. Alright, so I'm a couple kilometers from the pass now. Just a little weather update. Still lightly raining. It's been raining this whole time. Back at this waterfall area. As you can see, there's clouds like right there coming in around me. Look, this one here, so close it seems like I could reach out and touch it. The whole valley here is just filled with clouds. That's a mountain, right? It's a mountain right there. Just gonna have a quick granola bar before going over the pass. Look, I'm above it now. Look at these clouds. Look at that. Sweeping in through the valley. Whoa, I gotta watch my step. Can you see the trail down there? Right there. Wow. Well, my chest and my legs are dry, and my head. So that's good. Pretty much, well, yeah, pretty much at the top of the pass now. I could stare at that waterfall all day. Cool. Look at these clouds coming right for me. Damn it. Trying to fix my hood. The wind is blowing this poncho everywhere. I probably look like a total dick right now. So this is what it looks like here on top of Nigel Pass. I'm in a cloud. I've got about 6 kilometers left. So I'm back at the car. Look, the sun. Look at that. Alright, so I'm back at this crossing here. No bridge, so gotta get my feet wet a little bit, I think. I'm just up and over that. And that's Nigel Pass. And Nigel Pass trailhead is obviously that way as well. Still pretty much in the clouds. I'm gonna take a little break right now. I've been pushing myself pretty hard, so yeah. Okay, so I'm up over the river now. Look how this, can you see that cloud? Look, it's blowing in all around me. There's some really nice views from up here. See that? Looks like might be a glacier up there. More snow this way. Trail's kind of flat now. I'll be going back down. Got a couple hundred meters to go downhill, I believe. Yeah, check that out, that cloud. That cloud right there is just rolling right over. Really cool. Can you see that fog blowing? There's like just cloud blowing right across. There was some thunder last night, but it never rained really hard. There was a couple hikers that got to the campsite at about 8 or 9 p.m. They said that there was thunder showers in Jasper, which is about 150 kilometers north of here. And apparently it's raining like crazy over there, so I've been super lucky weather-wise so far. Really pleased. It's not raining right now. Woo. Going back down the mountain into the trees. Check that out. So I'm about 4 kilometers away from the car now. Yeah, not too much else to see. Here's the trail. Yeah, so feeling pretty exhausted. Like the end of every hike.